Deion Sanders wants the Dolphins to draft Shedeur Sanders. This could be key for the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, they may have a terrible season. It may be a strategic terrible season now that you got Tua suffering another concussion. He's going to be out another 4 or 5 weeks minimum. So you got Tyler Huntley in the starting position. So we're going to see what happens with that. He could be a good fill-in, but I'm not sure if he can be a long-term option, especially for a full season. So let's just say, hypothetically, the Dolphins win 3 or 4 games this season, get a top 5 pick. If Shedeur Sanders is there, depending on who's drafting in the top 5, what's your quarterback situation looking like? Are you going to go with Travis Hunter? Are you going to go with Shedeur or any one of the top prospects in this upcoming NFL draft? But if you're the Miami Dolphins, I think Shedeur Sanders can be a long-term option. He gets hit a lot. He knows how to take a hit. So he's not suffering any major injuries, and he's one of the most sacked quarterbacks in college football over the last season or two. So that lets the Dolphins know if we're going to move in a different direction other than Tua, what's the durability looking like with that next quarterback? I honestly think Shedeur can do what Tua can do, but at a better level. He has the arm strength. He can zip the ball out to those receivers, and most importantly, he can create some yardage with his feet. You got to be able to run the football in this day and age if you're the quarterback in the NFL. So we see what Shedeur can do. He's not the most athletic quarterback. We don't expect him to be Michael Vick out there. But can he get on a 3rd and 8 situation? Can he get a first down consistently? He can do that, especially when you have Tyreek Hill, Waddle. You got the young running back in Miami. You got some pieces with the Dolphins. If you just add in a competent quarterback, they can win a lot more games and, most importantly, win games in the playoffs. That's the Miami Dolphins problem. Yeah, they can make the playoffs with this team if they had a healthy Tua. But what's going to happen in that first round when you play the Buffalo Bills? You play the Chiefs. You play the Ravens. They're going to get destroyed. It's unfortunate. But with the Shedeur Sanders in there, you got a solid quarterback in there that can do what Tua can do, plus more with the running he can do. So Deion didn't really go in on detail because, he's the coach in college football. He can't really talk about certain things, but he alluded to it when he asked him the question of, what's the Dolphins going to do from a business perspective? And, he's speaking as a father. Like, are you going to have your son going out there every time with those multiple concussions? It could be it with one more, or it could be it for him for the rest of his career. So he kind of said, you know what? They're going to need a quarterback. So he didn't really say anything as far as his son being there, but we can all allude to what Deion is saying. The Dolphins got a stacked team, got some solid coaches in there. If they had a quarterback, my son, think about what they can do. So with Deion saying that, that's the discussions being had in the Sanders camp, like which teams could Shedeur be good at? Miami Dolphins for sure, depending on what their record is, depending on what's going to happen with Tua. You got the Las Vegas Raiders. He threw some shots in there as well. Like, his son could look good in that uniform. Maybe the Los Angeles Rams. They have a solid system in place. I don't know if Stafford's going to be that type of quarterback moving forward. Got a championship out of him. He did what he had to do. So you got like 3 to 5 teams to where if they lose enough games to have a top 5 pick with everything in place, I think Shedeur Sanders could be solid. But I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. I'm Dolphins all day. Shout out to Tua, but it may be time to go ahead and hang it up. Multiple concussions, you got a family, wife, all that good stuff. You make sure you want to be around long term, so we're going to see what happens. Shedeur Sanders in a Miami Dolphins uniform, in my opinion, will be a great option if the Dolphins have a terrible season and a top 5 draft pick. Like, subscribe, comment. What do you think about the Miami Dolphins drafting Shedeur Sanders? I want to know your thoughts about this. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.